Hello, builders, and welcome to another edition of Don't Be a Boring Builder. This is Torondor the Builder. Yes, hello. And I'm not in armor because I'm in a peaceful, creative world. And I can fly. It's a wonderful thing. But I'm here for a reason. And that has to do with, whoops, this. Which way am I facing? I'm going to show you how to build this. And this is something that Minal wanted some help with the other day, as he called it. He called in the technical department. Redstone is not generally my thing. For one thing, it's not that I can't get it to work sometimes, but sometimes it's just a little too big. Now I'm going to show you something that I've made and as compact as I've made it. Now he had, if you'll picture this, there's a great big cliffside there, and he found this nice cavern, or else he hollowed it out, and he wants to make an entrance. Now instead of that wood there, he's got natural stone because he's trying to make a hidden entrance. But he wants to make it so that he can sail right in and sail right out. Ta-da! Oh, that's a little bit of a delay. So there we are. We sailed right in, and now we'll sail right out. Yep. All right. Well, maybe we'll have a little trouble sailing out. I'll have to work on the timing of it. It was working just fine. I was sailing in much faster last time I tried this. So let's go. Obviously, we don't want to crash the boat, but you know, we do have to do our best. There we go. In and out, no problem. Unless, of course, we crash into the end. So, you're wondering, well, that's great, Torondor. How can I build one of those? Believe it or not, it's actually not that difficult. As you can see, it is really... I've already cleared the weather once. Oh, a thunderstorm at that. As you can see, it's rather compact. I have all of the necessary redstone-y type things in my inventory. This particular one has 7 sticky pistons. Now that can change. Obviously, the more pistons you have, the taller the door. I'm not so sure about making it wider. I'm still working on that with the sticky, the slime blocks. But for right now, mine has 3 pistons on each side, so it has a 3x2 door, and there's a 7th piston for this part of the circuit here. Now, you'll need 4 of the tripwire hooks, 2 for each side, and in this particular case, because of where they're placed, I have 4 string. Now you can set these tripwire hooks further back if you want. However, I have found that if you do try to set them back over top of a solid block, for example, if I tried to put this one block further in, it does not seem to want to work, and I believe that's because of where the string winds up being placed on top of that block, and it does not trigger the tripwire hook to act as a tripwire hook. So obviously this is all exposed for your benefit. Now the key to this, after you've got your tripwire hooks and whatnot in place, is these guys right here, the redstone comparators. Now because of the way I have this set up, I have one circuit set up to run both sides of the pistons. Obviously, you could do this with a lot more redstone and have each tripwire hook send a separate signal, but to be quite honest, that's not really necessary. What you do, however, need, because obviously we want to be able to get in and we want to be able to get out. There it is. I have them, each of these, using a comparator. Now, these comparators, basically, when they receive the signal, each one of them sends a signal along, and it goes up into this. Now, that's the real kicker with pistons, is that piston doors, essentially, we usually want them closed, right? We usually want them closed, and only when we press the button or stand on the pressure plate or whatever do we want them to open. Case in point for this. We want them to be closed. We want it to look exactly like the side of the mountain until we run across the tripwire. So that means that these pistons have to be active all the time, because if they don't have a circuit powering them, it's just like this. It's just open. Okay, so if you set it up without having that separate circuit to close the doors, then what'll happen is the doors will be open, you'll come at them, bam, and it'll close right up. So, something to think about. So you will need a block of redstone. That redstone block essentially powers these pistons all the time. So these pistons, and I dragged a set of redstone wire over, and they power these pistons all the time, which keeps the doors closed, except when there is a signal along these redstone wires that come from the two sets of tripwire hooks. When either of these comes in, it triggers this circuit, it opens the piston up, which pushes the redstone block over. Now you have to be careful. This redstone block is 2 blocks above this redstone, because if you try to set it down one right at this gray level here, not going to work. It's going to create a vicious loop here when it moves the piston and moves the redstone block over top of that redstone. So you do have to make sure that you have clearances. Okay, but basically once it does do that, essentially this piston pushes this redstone block. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Out to there, essentially, which effectively breaks this. This piston's top by itself does not provide power, nor does it transmit power from the redstone block. So once the redstone block is moved from there, it breaks this circuit, and the door opens. So there you have it. It's relatively simple. I believe, let's see if we can do this without comparators. I was using comparators originally. I want to say, actually, I guess you don't need comparators. I think I was using the comparators originally because I had, sorry about that, I hadn't tried it without the comparators, but you don't really need those. I was trying to do it without having this other circuit involved, and could not do that. So anyway, so that is a real easy way for you to get a tripwire. You could do something similar with pressure plates. Oh my goodness, it really, really, really wants to rain here. I'm telling you, I must be in the monsoon season. So be careful of your clearances. You'll see that I guess we don't need the 2 redstone comparators anymore. I do have. You'll need 2 more redstone though, at least in this setup. You will need 3 redstone repeaters. Those are primarily for the purpose of making basically one-way circuits, because as you can see, if I remove that and just put a wire, it's going to mess these guys up. One of those pistons is not going to fire. So I need one of those redstone repeaters to fire that piston. Okay, so you will need one on either side for that. And then the last one, which depending on how high up you go with this, technically if you had room, you could do it with just a series of redstone wires that took this up one more level, because obviously we don't want to put a redstone wire there because it will go and activate that circuit. So there we have it. And that's it. It's really very simple. You can hide this in a wall. You can hide it. You might be able to make it a little bit smaller. I have, let's see, I guess I have 2 blocks and 2 blocks on either side. I do have the tripwire hooks here, and I have the tripwire hooks here. If you were careful, and depending on how you worked the inside of this, you could actually move these tripwire hooks up and have them go underneath here. You could have them go right there. Should not be a problem. Matter of fact, here, we'll go give it a shot. And there we go. And tripwire hook, and string, and string. Now you gotta hear that click. Gotta hear that click, and bamf. So there you go. So yeah, there you go. You can see how it pushes the piston out and removes that redstone from the circuit. So that's it for this. There may be a more compact way of doing it. I'd love to see this go up on top of here somehow, but I'm not Seth Bling. I do highly recommend you check out Seth Bling's Redstone Works. If you are into redstone, he's very good at it. He's phenomenal at it, and he often has multiple tutorials. So, but this is mine, and since I had gone through helping Minalt out, I figured I would show you all how to do it. Tune in next time when I'm going to try to make a daytime only locking door. All right, so thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something here. And don't forget, when you're you can probably use this with water, or with just running, or horses. So feel free to check it out and let me know if how it works for you. Thanks a lot.